Welcome to today's reading, lovely people. Today's reading will be what they want from you. So if you can take a moment to choose whichever pile you feel the most drawn to, and you can use the timestamps in the description box to jump ahead when you're ready. We have group 1 with it's like an aura quartz. It almost looks like an ametrine. Okay, with the 7 of Pentacles. We have group 2 with the Celestite and the 4 of Pentacles. We have group 3 with the 8 of Swords and the clear quartz. And group 4 with the Hangman and the Pistachio Calcite. So we'll get started with group 1. Hopefully today's reading is helpful for you all. Okay, welcome group 1 to today's reading of what they want from you. So with the 7 of Pentacles, it looks like they've been working on something for a long time, or it requires a bigger investment, like they've been putting work into it, and for whatever reason the yield is not what they expected. With this aura quartz, I sometimes look at it and wonder if it was like an amethyst or a smoky quartz piece that's had the aura coating put over the top of it. But I'm pretty sure it's actually just clear quartz, and they've used those sort of purple grey colors. So there's definitely something here that isn't understood or isn't known, or is different or rare or hasn't been seen before, so it's kind of misunderstood. So to do these readings, usually like an energy comes through, or usually spirit has an energy come through. And for this reading, I'm not getting the energy. This person is not welcoming anyone into their energy. They are not wanting to share their energy. They're basically, I guess they're just not open, I would say. So I might take a few cards and we'll just see what we get come up. Because at this point I would almost say that this person is focused on themselves, but let's see. So I'm just hearing lies and deception. And there's the grief. So it's like they're hiding themselves from maltreatment around them. And I think they're grieving like during this process. I just got something about they're waiting for their ships to come in. But I feel like what's coming in is not what they want, or it's not what they think they need, or something like that. And they're probably processing or doing like a lot of manifesting at this time. A lot of like, yeah, healing work or manifesting. Probably more manifesting specifically. Wondering about the future and where they're going to go next. Okay, and I think they see you as the Hierophant. And themselves as the King of Swords. So for some of you, you could have a Taurus or even potentially a Pisces energy seems to be coming through, even though it's not here in the cards. So you could have like Taurus, Virgo, Pisces, Gemini. Regardless of the signs, because it doesn't have to be. There's something here about transformation. So now I'm also getting like Aquarius and Scorpio, for those of you who are interested in that. Either way, it's a big period of transformation, and I think that by the time that this person has undergone their transformation and started looking out upon the world, they're seeing you as a person who is already very established, and themselves as a person who has undergone or is undergoing this highly transformative process. I think this person might start to understand a higher, I want to say like a state of consciousness, and it doesn't have to mean that they are becoming like a spiritual person necessarily. It doesn't mean that they're going to, you know, all of a sudden turn into like a psychic reader or anything like that. They could just be developing and going through a process of evolution in themselves, where maybe what they've seen before or experienced before was, I don't know, I guess fulfilling the lower, what is it? It's like a, I'm not sure what I'm trying to say. It's almost like being stuck in the thick of it, or they were like in survival, or making sure base needs were met first, or something like that. Or maybe they had just been stagnant for like a long time. It's hard to say. But if everyone around them was lying or being deceptive in some form, even if it's not very overt in nature, that in itself could have been a lot for this person to overcome, to where they are much more discerning and have a much clearer vision now than what they did in the younger years. And I think that they'll be better at picking people now, and I think they're only going to let people in who are quite sure of themselves, who have already done some type of work or are already on that level. So what this person wants from you, I think they see you as a person at their level. So I'm not necessarily getting an indication whether it's like romantic or friendship, or what the nature of the relationship is, or even work-wise or anything like that. But rather that if they are having people around them, the people around them are going to meet this base level standard of communication and relationship, and the people around them are going to carry themselves in a way that honors integrity and accountability. Okay, so I'll just see if we get anything else off this. No, that's it. That's everything that I have for you today, Group 1. Hopefully this was helpful to you in some way, and I'll see you all in another reading. Thanks. Okay, welcome Group 2 to today's reading. Today's reading is just going to be what they want from you. And by the look of it, this person is holding on to things. Actually, Spirit is correcting me. They're saying that holding on to things isn't going to help you. So there's some level of higher awareness or consciousness that or elevation, like a standpoint in elevation that Spirit would like you to connect with, And if you can find a way to raise your vibration, would be fantastic. Now, for some people, as soon as you hear that, it can almost automatically be like a turn off, because like if you could, you already would have. But for this specific message, Spirit wants you to go back to basic in terms of like looking after your energy or your energy hygiene. So the ground clear, protect, I think specifically for this group, the clearing is particularly important. They want you to use like potent forms of clearing. So I think things like whole body immersion in like salt water, things like that. As you can see today, the border of what I'm working in around the cards is actually salt. We're keeping any energies out that might try to interfere with this process. And then like the shells and the candles, the fire can be like grounding and protecting as well. But I feel like it's more about the importance of doing it than it is telling you all the different ways to do it. And for those of you that meditate, you may want to try like a grounding meditation where you can imagine your roots going down into the earth as if you were a tree. And for others of you, meditating with a piece of Celestite might actually be really helpful for you if that's something that you have access to or already have, or if you're looking for a new crystal that might be of interest to you. Anyway, this should help connect you with some of the higher chakras, like higher than the soul star chakra. I actually am not sure how many are higher up, but the higher chakras that are outside of the 7 typical chakras that we hear about on social media or when we first start looking into it. So these chakras will be connecting you with like the celestial bodies or beings, like other dimensions. Yeah, I'm not sure, energies that are higher than ourselves. And okay, so they're saying to connect you with source energy. It'll help clear things out. It's kind of I guess it in itself could be like a purification process, but it's going to bring in lots of high vibrational energy in a way that you can connect with it, where it won't be too much for you to embody. And if you feel like you are having trouble with it, maybe you can go to like the tree grounding meditation afterwards if it is a bit too much, because not everybody is the same and some of us can be more sensitive to energy than others. So that should be something helpful. Or maybe you could do something like light a candle while you do the meditation with Celestite. And if you can't, if you don't own a piece of Celestite or you don't like have access to it, it's fine, you don't need it. You could do a meditation where you are almost imagining or envisioning what it would be like to work with Celestite and see if you can connect with the energy. And if that doesn't seem to be something that's working for you or with you, then maybe that salt water immersion. I feel like both of them would be more than helpful, but there's a few different things there for people to try if they're having trouble with a particular practice. So okay, let's go see what we get from the Celestite. They're just saying that the soul star chakra is really important for you right now, and they're also wanting me to pass on that it can also be considered, or like another name for it could be like the seat of the soul, and it can be like a good, strong or solid connection point for our higher selves to interact with us in a clearer way. Clearer way, or strengthen the connection there, or strengthen the connection with spirit in general. So that might be something helpful for you all. If you feel like you've been battling things that are not your own, or there's just been a lot to contend with and you're needing a type of clarity, or just the energy to be able to work with, to move yourself forward, something like that. I think it'll just help like lift or pull us up a bit. I am also getting a message for this group too, that if you've made it this far, it's like you would be going through a stage of rebirth. Like you are becoming like the phoenix that rises from the ashes, and nothing can hold you back now. So yeah, okay, I'm just gonna take some more cards. Okay, so there's a Ten of Swords here, and I feel like this is representative of an old energy, or even if it is a current energy, but I don't feel like you'll be there long if that is the case. Okay, so what does this person want from you, or with you even? I wonder for some of you if this person could be your partner, and if they're not a partner, maybe like a loved one, but I feel like this person would want to move forward with you and continue out like a new cycle, or begin a new cycle with you. And I just want to say, I know we went on a tangent about like energy clearing, grounding and protecting, and what this person would want from you, and I do feel like at times this group could have the potential for enmeshment between energies, or maybe it has undergone a period of stagnancy, like whether it's yourself or this person, where it's really important to keep it clear, so that you know what's yours and what's theirs, and there's no kind of muddying of the energy there. And so, yeah, what this person wants from you is to move forward. Some of them may just want to be direct. There is a small group of people here where they may want to like have it out with you, like they may want to confront something or bring something up and have a conversation. That might have like an emotional undertone or something, but I think they're generally getting to the point of the issue in a way that could allow you both to move forward, from what I can see, what I can tell in the energy here. I don't know if this person could have a tendency to get defensive at times or what that looks like, but there's definitely an element here of like wanting to hold on to things and not being ready to let go. And I think this person wants to move forward with you in a way that you are able to let go and yeah, just move on. Okay. And maybe just experience new seasons in life together. So I can't tell at this point if this, like what type of relationship it would be, whether it's like romantic, friendship, or relational, like familial. I feel like for a good chunk of you, it could be a person with a familial relationship. And even if they weren't family, like considered family by like blood or birth, or even maybe it's not even a guardian or extended family, it could be like a close friend that felt like family for some of you. Or maybe you like joked about being family or something. Now, let's see what else we got. Okay, so this person could have some strong Cancer zodiacal energy, or Saturn, or any of the fire signs like Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Yeah, let's see. For some of you, you are moving forward and beginning a new cycle, and this person can actually see this happening, and they may be more giving to you than what they previously have in order to kind of keep you with them, so that they don't feel left behind. And yeah, I would say be discerning with that, because you know your life better than anybody else. And yeah, okay. Spirit is also saying that protection is really important during this time as well. And they're highlighting that things like the use of boundaries could be a good way to protect yourself. I'm also seeing flowers. I was hearing posy, but I also, the energy of lavender is coming through, and I can't ever remember how to pronounce it. If it's sweet alyssum or asylum or asylum, I can't remember. It's like a little kind of compact, bunchy flower, like lots of white little flowers. That can be really good as well. I will correct the name of it. I'll list those names under the timestamp in the description box in case anyone wants to go back later and check it out. I'm also hearing calendula, could be a good one as well. Although I think you can buy calendula as like an oil, like a carrier oil. Okay. Or an essence or something, I'm not sure. So moving forward, so I think this person could be feeling heartbreak, and they may not themselves be wanting to let go of the old situation that you find yourself trying to move forward from to start this new cycle. And so they can see what's happening, and I think it may at times make them feel a little bit out of control, and they may want to give to maybe, I'm not sure, I feel like this person may have a lot to give, and I feel like they may give you as little as possible, just enough to kind of keep you around. But then in other scenarios, like for different situations, for different people coming into this collective here, I feel like they may actually go out of their way to be generous with you. Yeah, to keep you there. So, I'm not sure. There is a small amount that I feel like will be more balanced now than what they have in the past. But I feel like it's mostly coming from this place of the hurt that they are or have experienced, and that they're not wanting to let go of this connection. So there could be kind of a little bit of mirroring between that not wanting to let go and the moving on, and that emotional like roller coaster, or even just the routines of our daytime, like the routines of our days changing up. Maybe we used to spend every Sunday with that person or something like that, or maybe every time we went to a certain place, like every time you hung out with that person, you would always go to that same place, something like that. And I think that is okay. I think Spirit here is encouraging you to look out and see what else is around in the world, and trust that when you feel called to pull that emotional investment, it's okay to do that and to protect yourself, and it can be part of the clearing as well. I think that this person, I don't know, what is it like they want from you? They see, I think for some of you, they just feel like they see you doing this and they don't want you to, but they're happy enough to respect it, or to like, I don't know if I would say they make peace with it, but I feel like they're not going to inherently stop you. But I think they may be cautious if you decided to try to come back and like enter into engage that relationship again in the future. Almost as if they feel a little bit like burnt, or maybe not burnt, maybe just a bit defensive, and it might not even come from anything that you've done. For others of you, they just feel hurt from the fact that you've been trying to move on, and what they want from you is to, it's almost as if they don't really want anything anymore, and they are happy to like look outside of their scope, that like their current scope or their previous scope, and to, you know, find the thing that they want, to feel like they can walk away from that investment, and maybe they will have like a higher guard. Yeah, okay, that feels kind of similar to the last message. Okay. Okay, is there anything else here? So what they want from you. Yeah, I feel like this person just ultimately doesn't want to let go of the relationship. They want you to stay with them, or they want you to stop moving forward or stop moving away. Yeah, okay, that's everything. Thank you for your time today, Group 2. Hopefully this is helpful for you in some way, and I'll see you all in another reading. Thanks. Okay, welcome Group 3 to today's reading. The first message I started getting straight off the bat is that it doesn't matter what you can see or what you can't see, but rather to trust where you're at. I feel like you may have more clarity than you're being given credit for at this point in time, and if anything, it's just part of where you're at. Okay, yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna start pulling cards. I love how like Spirit wants to sneak in a quick little message there, even though this is about what this person wants from you. So for some of you, this person may feel like they didn't get any closure and they would like some clarity. Some of you, they may think that you have the key to free them in some way or to heal them in some way. Or I don't know, maybe they think, yeah, no, I think that would be it. Anyway, and so there's, yeah, a heap of things that they want from you. Some of them may be experiencing like a mental discomfort or some sort of experience that they feel like they would like more support. They would like to be able to lean on you for support during this time. It keeps them feeling stuck. Some of them may be feeling like isolated. I am hearing victimized as well. Yeah, they may be feeling isolated or on their own during this time, and this person may want you to be the person to bridge the gap or something here. This is really bizarre though. I do feel like if this group was particularly drawn to Group 2, there could be some sort of overlapping message there, or just something extra that may extend to this situation. I am hearing that they want to walk away from you, but they don't know how. So it's like they're looking out to see what else there is, and maybe it makes you feel uncomfortable, or you're not really sure why they're doing it, or it might almost put you in a state of feeling defensive, because it's like you can see that withdrawal of investment and that they are pulling away, but ultimately like you are quite secure in yourself and confident within yourself, and you know who you are as a person, and I feel like you may have to go a cycle without this person. I can't tell what side of the energy who is who here, so there may be like cross watchers in this group. There may be like a bit of mirroring between the two people involved. Yeah. One person may have felt like they've experienced some type of gatekeeping energy or some type of sheltering, or like they haven't been, like there's been a lack of transparency, or that someone here may have tried to pull the wool over like their eyes, something like that, and so they make that decision to pull away and withdraw from that emotional investment to move on to other things, to really empower themselves and become quite strong within the foundations of who they are as a person, and exercising their willpower is how they'll get there. Although I do feel like they have the potential for that emotional expression to really like just like almost explode at different times. Maybe not explode, it's not really the right word, but to just have things could escalate really quickly if they were pushed. But I think that they're still quite firm and grounded in who they are, and they know they're not like totally going to lose it, but I think they'd be pretty quick to put someone in their place or something like that. Anyway, and then I think for both people here, no matter who you are, there is like a strong growth and development during this time, like a maturing. That's what it is, a maturing, or like a fine tuning. And so I'll just see what else we're getting here, because for some of you, this person wants you to take the blindfold off. Some of you, this person thinks that you are, or sees you as the person with a lack of clarity, and so they want you to take your own blindfold off so that you can actually see the situation clearly for what it is, and that if you aren't able to do that, then yeah, they have to pull away. For some of you, this person may entertain the idea at times of you being a victim, like thinking the situation is worse than what it really is, but not really understanding the situation that you're in to its full depth or potential. Yeah. Others of you, I think they know that what you're experiencing has been hard, or whatever that looks like, and they're waiting for you to walk away from that old situation. So some of you may still be like stuck in that grieving, or some of you may still be processing. You may still feel stuck in your circumstances, and this person is actually just waiting for you to finish that processing, to start to, like, you know, leave that old thing behind so that you can move forward. And they want to be there by your side, and they want to help you, and they want to invest in you, and they want to help pull you up, and they want to help you like learn how to defend yourself. They want to show you, like, I think they want to kind of reignite your passion again in some way. Like, they want to show you the fun things, and I think they know that you've got like a adeptness about you, and they like that like quick witty nature, and they're there for it, and they want to bring you up to their level and do a cycle with you when you're ready. And they're just waiting. They're just like patiently waiting. So it appears that there is like many people in this group. I'm just getting something else here as well. Some of you people may be seeing the cycle that you're going through, and they're just keeping an eye on you. They're just paying attention to what you're doing. I don't feel like there's any judgment. They're just watching to see what decisions you make and whether they align with them or not, and whether you're a person that could go the distance or not. I think they see a lot of potential in you, and they may want to take you with them after they have weighed up the alignment and the potential and it's like the potential for like engagement, or like engaging with each other. So whether that looks like a friendship, relationship, the family, it doesn't really matter. It could be a workspace as well. Oh, yeah. Some of you, they may just want to work with you, and they see like that great potential that when you're able to put away the mental, emotional stuff and actually get focused on your passion project, or, you know, get inspired to start working, they think they see the potential for you to be able to do great things as well, and they would like to work with you and do a cycle together. But I think they are weighing up whether that mental, emotional experience has too much of a pull or not. Yeah. Okay, so that's enough. Spirit is saying, so that is everything that I have for you today. I feel like there was a lot of different situations coming through in that one. So if you would like a more accurate or personalized reading, you're welcome to email me using the email in the description box. I'll never reach out to you. I'll never, you know, try to like start. I'll never ask you to engage in a reading. I would wait for you to reach out to me. Okay. Anything else? No, that's it. All right. Thank you, group 3. Hopefully this is helpful in some way. And I'll see you all in another reading. Okay, welcome group 4 to today's reading. If you chose the Hangman and the Pistachio Calcite, then this is your reading on what they want from you. So we do have a person here who is kind of seemingly just waiting or contemplating or just hanging around. I think they're keeping an eye on you. Yeah. I think they're starting to realize things about you. They're starting to see things that they didn't before, because they're actually giving it the time of day now. And I think that they're beginning to want to know more. I think they want to be steady for you, but they know that they... What is it? What is it that they bring? I am hearing for some of you that they want the hurt to go away, and they think that you could help it, like resolve it or something, or maybe by having you around it would make the hurt lessen. There's some sort of like emotional remuneration. I don't even know if that makes sense. Okay, so same to the left. Okay, so it's kind of like someone has their eye on you. We know that. This is a different person. This is weird. So maybe this group, you have 2 people who are like, what, you know, 2 different people showing up with what they want from you. But they might be kind of close in proximity as well. So maybe they're like friends or family, or they work to, I don't know what the connection is there between the 2. There is like Pisces and fire signs showing up, and Neptune showing up as well. So now I think that they see you making some sort of grounded move towards like building or providing like peace or stability somehow to a person who is trying to work out what means the most to them in life, like what sort of purpose, pursuit of passion they are, like what they're trying to do with their life. Others of you, they see you like putting the practical steps towards getting started with something like that for yourself, and I think they're kind of getting inspired by it, and they're wanting to take action, or they're getting motivated to do something like that for themselves, and you're kind of their inspiration. Yeah, so one person's sort of getting to know you by hanging around and paying attention to what you do, even if you don't spend a lot of time together, although I do feel like you could actually be hanging out quite a bit. For others of you, there's a second person who's kind of in closer proximity to the first person. Maybe like a degree of separation, if that makes sense. So maybe not like immediate, but maybe like one step out. So like a friends group, or I don't know, extended family or something, I'm not sure. Or again, workplace. Anyway, so this person seeing you, seeing what you're doing, and they're wanting to do what you're doing. They're wanting to take the inspiration from you. Not in, when I say that, I don't mean it to seem, I don't think this person outright wants to copy you, but I think they're seeing what you're doing and they want to learn from you, and they're actually ready to actively like engage in some sort of, like they're getting inspired and motivated from watching you do what you do, and I think you do it well. I don't know if you're skillful at it, or if you're just like building from the ground up and you're like a really good builder or something. I think for some of you, you give this person like a hope. We did say inspiration, a happiness, like a hope in people, like a renewed sense of, what is it, like when you believe in humanity again, when you believe that humanity can be good. I think they see the good in you, and it like renews their hope in humanity. Yeah. And then I think they see what you're doing, and the way that you're giving, and the way that you're like passing it forward, paying it forward and passing it on to others and sharing. And I think that you're actually inspiring them for them to do something like that themselves. And I think they want to be around you. And I think that you'll probably, with time, this person would want to become good friends with you or something like that. Or they'd want to spend more time with you, like they want to hang out with you. So, yeah, this group seems like you've got a couple people that are wanting to hang out. They want to spend time with you or get to know you, or they want to join in on what you're doing. They want to partake in it, and they want to be part of like just the process and how you decide how you move forward, or they might want to see how you make those decisions. I think that they realize that there's a lot to be gained and learned here from just experiencing the way in which you move throughout the world. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just getting something extra here where what have we got? This is not. Spirit is saying this is not what they would want from you. I'm just trying to work out what exactly it is, because I know it needs to come through, but I don't quite understand it yet. This is a really weird message. I really don't like giving messages like this, and like you'll have to, again, if it doesn't resonate, just leave it. Don't try to make it fit your situation. If it does resonate, maybe it's like a confirmation of something that you experience or something to be aware of. So it's, I wonder if there is like a person here that's wanting to keep something like an even playing field, like they almost want you to keep them accountable so that they can make an offer towards you of like, I don't know if it's like repair. I keep getting the word remuneration today, but it's almost like an emotional remuneration. Like maybe they want to say sorry, or maybe they want to like give you, I don't know, maybe they're like, I'll look after you, I'll be here when you're upset or something like that. And they're like, you know, like, yeah, if I do something wrong, you have to tell me. you know, if I do cross a boundary with you because I'm trying to be fair and I'm trying to be balanced, and then this group's really weird because it's kind of like when it comes down to it, they either like can't follow through, so then there's like a fallout, or for some of you it was not like it, I don't know, maybe the intention for the keeping, like having you keep them accountable, was to kind of give you this like their emotional cup, not actually, yeah, like something with the intent might be off, but that's not for everybody. Anyway, whatever it is, it's like, yeah, we don't want to get too specific with that because I feel like that could still be, it still could be a person with really good intentions. But it's also hard to tell, and I feel like the fact that they are asking you to keep them accountable, I think it's one thing to, I think this is kind of what Spirit's saying, is to just be firm in, like, I don't know, whether it's what you say or your boundaries, or you're being black and white or clear, or you're keeping yourself accountable and they need to keep themselves accountable or something like that. Like, so on one hand, like you do need to probably communicate or give some type of boundary or direction. I don't really know. But on the other hand, it is not your fault if this person can't keep themselves accountable for something that, and that they could be an air sign. So there's like quite a few signs here. So we do have Mars, like quite a bit of Mars. There's like Scorpio, Aries, there is air signs. What do we have? Yeah. What else? Fire. Air and fire? Yeah, air and fire signs. Water signs. It's kind of like everyone except the earth signs are here. Anyway, so yeah, it's not your job to keep another person in line. Like, it's not your job to, not your responsibility to make sure they are being accountable. However, I feel like, you know, it is your responsibility to know where your boundaries are so that you can decide whether you will or won't accept it. This is a little bit tricky for me to read this at the moment, if you can just bear with me. And it's like, I think when this offer gets made, like they might make this initial communication or this offer is made, it may leave you feeling in a place like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't, or you could actually just be thinking about it a lot. Like you might be trying to analyze the situation and kind of getting stuck in that, working out what way to go with it, and you like lose that ability to take action. And I think Spirit is trying to just communicate to be firm within yourself, like that strong sense of yourself and who you are, what matters to you, and staying very grounded, but not letting a person kind of walk all over you or something. I'm not really sure. For others, yeah, and then it's kind of like if you take too long trying to work it out, you may cop heat from, I don't know. They also don't want you to really jump the gun here too. It's like, be firm in your stance. I think Spirit is saying be firm in your stance. Like don't back down, don't falter, don't take too long or something. Yeah, I don't know. And then for others of you, trying to be fair and just, and there's like a person who can't make up their mind and they do kind of try to come for you. Maybe they're brash, or they like say things that are a little bit unfounded, and you really need to be firm with holding the line so that you can look after yourself or provide that, like, I don't know, like keep allow, like you would almost hold space for some sort of like emotional nourishment or fulfillment to like come through. It's kind of like if you were able to communicate in a clear way, then you would be able to have that potential to like hold space again for that vulnerability to be shared between people, so that, you know, when things do fall apart, you can come together. But I think that's a very small group. I don't know, it could just be the other side of the coin here. I'm not really sure what that second part of the message is here, but like I said, Spirit's not missing an opportunity to like sneak a message in here. So anyway, so aside from that, I don't know, maybe these two people that want something from you are seeing you kind of like caught up in this other stuff as well. And, you know, one person's like watching what happens and watching the actions that you take, and, you know, they're getting to know you better through whatever this scenario is. Even though I think they like the way that you're handling things, and both of them do. So yeah, one person is like wanting to hang out, or they are hanging out, getting to know you and contemplating things. I think they'd be thinking about you a lot. And then this other person here is getting really inspired and really motivated just watching you do what you do. And yeah. Anyway, group 4, hopefully this is helpful to you all in some way, and I'll see you all in